It's New Year's Day, 1929, and 3 aircraft take to the skies over Southern California to test the boundaries of human and mechanical endurance. At the controls was a legendary aviator, Carl Spaatz, then a major in the Army Air Corps. Spaatz and his crew of 5 sought to break the endurance record for a single flight by testing how long an aircraft could stay in the air. Their challenge was enormous. Their crew had to deal with fatigue, weather, and mechanical breakdowns. In fact, all the fuel, oil, food, and water had to be transferred from one plane to another. Hello and welcome to Anything History. In today's video, we are going to the early days of aviation to look at the amazing story of the question mark flight. Between World War I and World War II, most aircraft had an effective range of about 400 miles. Pioneering aviators tried various methods to increase that range. The historic feat of mid-air refueling marked a groundbreaking milestone in aviation history on March 27, 1923. This achievement paved the way for record-breaking long-distance flights, but the absolute limits of flight remained a question that needed to be answered. In 1929, some 5 years after the first successful mid-air refueling, Carl Spaatz, then a major in the U.S. Army Air Corps, led a team of aviators on a record-setting mission known as the question mark flight. Carl Spaatz wanted to find the limits of endurance of both aircraft and the aircrew in sustained flight. The aircraft Spaatz chose to receive the fuel was a modified Fokker C-2A trimotor called the question mark. The mission involved using the Fokker trimotor as the receiver aircraft and 2 Douglas C-1 single-engine biplanes as the tankers. The C-1 biplanes had 2 150-gallon tanks and used a hose that passed through a hatch cut in the floor to transfer fuel to the Fokker trimotor. On January 1, 1929, the question mark and accompanying aircraft took off from Van Nuys, California with a crew of 5, including Major Spaatz. The Fokker flew a racetrack pattern between Van Nuys and San Diego. The refueling test posed significant risk as it lacked modern safety equipment or protocols. The danger was amplified by the hazardous conditions of flying at night through fog and turbulence. The aircrew had removed anything not needed for the flight to make the question mark more fuel efficient. Food, water, even the radios were removed, so the airplanes and ground crews had to communicate with signals. Midway through the mission, the crews experienced severe turbulence while refueling. The refueling hose separated from their aircraft, and Major Spaatz was drenched in high-octane aircraft fuel. Despite the dangers and stress posed to the crew and the aircraft, the question mark remained in air for 150 hours, 40 minutes, and 15 seconds. That's over 6 days in the air. The question mark flight set a new endurance record that would inspire aviators to push the limits of endurance even farther. The mission came to an end when 2 of the 3 question mark engines finally gave out. During its time aloft, the question mark completed 42 successful refuelings. Among these, 9 were skillfully executed at night. During their incredible flight, the question mark and the 2 tanker aircraft transferred over 5,600 gallons of aviation fuel. Carl Spaatz is a prominent figure in United States Air Force history. He is best known for his significant contributions during World War II as a military aviator and strategist. One of the many notable achievements in Spaatz's career was the historic question mark endurance flight. I found this really remarkable that among the members of the question mark's crew, Carl Spaatz, Aker, and Quesada would eventually be promoted to the rank of general. Additionally, 3 crew members from the 2 refueling aircraft, namely Hoyt, Strickland, and Hopkins, also achieved the rank of general. Their influence played a significant role in World War II and the development of the United States Air Force. On August 19, 1948, the first 2 U.S. Air Force refueling squadrons were activated. By the end of the year, the Air Force was flying dedicated tanker aircraft, and all bombers were fitted for in-flight refueling capability. The question mark flight marks a pivotal moment in aviation history. It paved the way for further advancements in air-to-air refueling technology, which became a vital part of modern military aviation, and without them, the advancements and breakthroughs that we see in modern aviation may not have been possible. So I found this great interview with General Spaatz, retired, conducted in 1964, where he gives insights into the question mark flight, Thought it was great, so I decided to put it here at the end of the video. Hope you enjoy.
In 1929, you commanded the question mark in this record endurance flight. What, in your mind, was the chief significance, chief purpose, and the chief significance of this flight for military aviation?
Well, there are several things that I had in mind. Remembering at that time we were sort of remote from the possibility of war. But we saw it as a means of testing the endurance of a crew of men, means for testing the engines, see how long they would run without having any checkup on the ground, and also to develop the add to the knowledge of refueling in the air. It had been done before, but just as a sort of a stunt. But by having this operation as a real military operation, it would establish the fact that refueling was a possible means of extending the range of an airplane.
A lesson that has served us well in the years since.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon. It really does help the channel out.